Why they got him. That'll do it. Panthers snap a 4-game losing streak with a 19-13 win. Sam Darnold, 13 of 24 for 129, and you saw there he left the game in the fourth with a concussion, did not return. Panthers next week against the Patriots. That game is going to be on CBS next Sunday. Falcons at the Saints, a key divisional game for them. Panthers paid out on the money line at plus 105. They also covered the 2, and the under hits at 46.5. And with the Panthers back on the prowl, you can see what they do in terms of their defense here. And a good day for them when they win. This is a pretty good defense, Pete.
It is a pretty good defense, and getting Gilmore in there will make it a better defense. They can rush the passer, they're tough, they're physical, and they're going to be a problem going forward in terms of for offenses. I still don't know how good they are on their offensive side of the ball.
Zach Thompson back, also big key for that defense as well. So you're getting help in the secondary, help on the defensive front. And so, yeah, this is a big part of what their success was early in the season with Thompson playing. Remember, they lost their young cornerback in Horn early in the season. They've been trying to piece it together. C.J. Henderson, Stephon Gilmore joining the squad. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But obviously the quarterback situation is huge. And they know the report that they're not going to be in the Deshaun Watson trade mix. But who knows what happens if Dan Darnold is hurt.
Yeah, and that's the concerning part for the Panthers is the fact you get a win, but at the same time, you possibly lose your quarterback. P.J. Walker's obviously not going to be the guy. I mean, Jamey, you say that they're out for Deshaun, but I mean, if Darnold's out for a significant amount of time, you're not going to roll with P.J. Walker if you're in that division fight.
I mean, there's so much at play with Deshaun Watson because if you do trade for him, we know the storyline is that he should be eligible to play. But you got to give up so much to get him in regards to that, and then how quickly would he come in and pick up things and be ready to go? You would assume if he's traded, he's their guy moving forward. But I would think at this point, based on the reports, the Christian McCaffrey being part of this, I can't see Carolina making a deal right now.
No, and I think they would love to make a deal. That one has been talked about for a long time. You heard that in the offseason from guys around the league told me, they said, look, if anybody's going to go after him, it'll be the Panthers. But you can't, with all the legal situation hanging over, they're scared to make the move right now, and you'd have to give up a boatload of picks, and you don't have any certainty that he's going to be there next year.
The nice thing for that team, though, is McCaffrey hopefully back soon. So that's a different. This is their first win without McCaffrey on the field.
Yes.
So they get McCaffrey back, settle some things down. Darnold hopefully fine. They'll be in the mix. They're certainly still in the playoff. This is a big win because right now Atlanta was sitting in that 7th spot.
Here's the problem for all the teams looking for a quarterback, and why Deshaun Watson after the season, if everything gets remedied, will be so attractive, and the people will be giving up boatloads for him.
Yeah.
The draft isn't loaded with guys, so there's no Trevor Lawrence in this draft. You want to be able to get a quarterback, and if you can get that franchise quarterback, provided everything is remedied, then you got a good chance to grab a guy like that. You go grab him.
I mean, Atlanta started 0-2 and then had won 3 of 4 coming into this game. I mean, they're rolling. Matt Ryan was playing very well. I mean, from what you saw today, Pete, is there any concern beyond what you've already experienced with Atlanta in terms of their level of consistency?
Yeah, well, there's a problem. You don't have weapons, and that's a problem. I mean, you have Pitts, like we talked about, and you don't have Ridley, and they take him out of the equation, and that's your number 1 wide receiver. Think about how the great ones, like the Packers adjusted without Adams the other day. They did it by running the football. They don't run the ball. Atlanta doesn't run the ball. They have no real running back. I mean, they use Patterson. He's a converted wide receiver. So I think they're limited what they can do offensively, and defensively, they do not rush the passer well enough.
Are you looking to make a move on Tuesday if you're Atlanta, given the situation with Ridley?
No, I'm not. I'm not giving up picks. They wanted picks for Jones. They want more picks. You want picks. You're trying to rebuild this thing.
Jamey?
Totally agree. I mean, they put themselves into playoff contention now, but this is not a playoff team. Even if they were to somehow sneak in as the last wild card team, this is not a good team. And let's face it, they still have to play the Bucs again. They still have to play the Saints. This is they're third best in their division. So this is just a team that I think has been getting by on a favorable schedule. Getting the Jets and the Dolphins in back-to-back weeks. That's an easy way to get 2 wins. And then you sort of see what this team really is. Matt Ryan is still a good quarterback. He's no longer a great quarterback, and taking weapons away is not going to be a good thing.